We could talk about how I've been gone for 7 months, but why would we do that when we could talk about all of these great books?
Bruh.
Hi, hello, welcome to Pages in the Stars. My name is Ash. If you're new here, hello. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you can be alerted to my bookish, not bookish, and sometimes ranty content. It has been quite a while. I needed to take a YouTube hiatus. That's just it, plain and simple. There's a lot of reasons that went into it. I needed an extended break away from YouTube and most other forms of social media. But we're getting our toes wet and stepping back in. So, hello, it's June. Happy Pride Month. There is a hefty list of books on this in this video for someone who has only read and finished 3 books this year. A couple of housekeeping things before we get started with the list. Yes, it is Pride Month. Yes, every single one of these books features queer characters. That is not uncommon for me. I read queer books and books with queer characters all throughout the year. We're just taking some time during Pride Month to be extra about it and highlight some really cool authors, especially when a lot of them are having their books pulled out of classrooms and are being banned across the country. So we really want to take some time to highlight these authors and support them. The other thing that I want to note is, yes, there are a couple of books, one in particular on this list, that are Booktube faves, Booktube darlings that I have not gotten to yet. Let's go ahead and get started. The first book on this list is actually a middle grade book. It's The Insiders by Mark Oshiro. In this story, we're following Hector as he moves from one school to another. In his old school, he was very comfortable in his gay identity and who he was, and was pretty much just accepted by everyone at his old school. There were a lot of other gay LGBTQ plus kids. In his new school, not much, and the bullies are unrelenting. Hector wants nothing more than to disappear, and the janitor's closet at his school provides the perfect opportunity to do so, except this janitor's closet isn't your everyday average janitor's closet. It's magic, and it connects him to other kids from different corners of the country that are searching for acceptance just like he is. So I'm really excited to read this book, and I'm thrilled that we're seeing more and more queer middle grade. This is another one of those books, and I say this all the time on this channel, but this is one of those books that I wish I had had when I was in middle school. The idea of a magical closet that you can disappear into that connects you to other kids who are being bullied and gives you these friends who understand exactly what you are going through and provide you with what you need. I would have loved that in middle school. So yeah, this book is definitely a priority for me to read this month. The second book is The Stars and the Blackness Between Them by Junauda Petrus. I reread this book every year. I make a point to reread it because I love this book so much. It tells the story of 2 girls, Audra, who's just been kicked out of her home and sent to live with her estranged father in the United States after being caught with a girl from church, and Mabel, who lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota with her parents and her younger brother. It tells the story of them growing closer together while also navigating a lot of the other curveballs that life is throwing at them. And I don't want to say any more than that because one of the plot points of the book did get spoiled for me, and it's my own fault. I was watching a YouTube video on it, so that's my fault, my problem. But I don't want to say any more than that about the book. I really encourage you to seek this book out and get it for yourself because I love it to pieces. The next book on this list is The Romantic Agenda by Claire Kahn. In The Romantic Agenda, we meet Joy, who is asexual, who is also in love with her best friend, but her best friend is in love with someone else. Her friend group goes on this weekend getaway and enter Fox. Fox decides to help Joy by essentially fake dating her in an attempt to make her best friend Malcolm jealous. I was really excited about seeing another book with an asexual main character that I kind of just grabbed it. I didn't really even know that it was fake dating until I read the description of it. And now that I know that it's got that fake dating trope in there, I'm even more excited to read it. So let's go. Here's where we get to the book that I am really late to the party on. I didn't realize that this book came out almost 3 years ago, and I have somehow managed to avoid all spoilers of any type for this book. Now, I have probably just jinxed myself in that. Don't ruin this book for me in the comments. I'm really excited to read it. Anyway, that book is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I have heard nothing but good things and rave reviews about this book, and I've had it for a while and I just haven't gotten to it. So when I was putting this list of books that I wanted to read together in June, I wanted to make sure that I was including books on this list that I have had for a while that I just haven't gotten to, and that Cemetery Boys definitely fit that bill. Again, I know people love it and I just haven't had the chance to get to it. So we are definitely getting to it this June. I have actually already started it. I started it this morning and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm really excited to continue reading about Yadriel and his summoning of the school ghost of the school bad boy. The next book on this list is another one that has been out for a while, not quite as long as Cemetery Boys, but still out for a while, and that is The Honeys by Ryan LaSala. So in The Honeys, we follow gender fluid Max, who has recently lost his twin sister. He sets off to attend this summer academy in her place in the hopes of uncovering the mystery of her untimely death. I don't read a whole lot of horror and mystery. It's usually just not my vibe, but this book feels different. It feels like a book that I'm going to enjoy. Now, the last two books on this list are two books that I absolutely love to the moon and back. If you guess the two books are The Sound of Stars and The Kindred by Alicia Dow, you would absolutely be correct. I cannot talk about these books enough. I love them so much. These two books actually take place in the same universe, which I did not know until I read The Kindred when it came out last year. And I may have lovingly thrown the book across the room upon that realization. Lovingly threw it though. It wasn't out of malice, it wasn't out of hurt. I don't like hurting my books, but it was just such a realization. It was like, oh my god, this takes place in the same universe as The Sound of Stars. What the heck? So I lovingly tossed the book. The third book in this universe, titled A Song of Salvation, comes out July 11th, so I figured this was a perfect opportunity to once again reread The Kindred and The Sound of Stars. The Sound of Stars tells the story of Ellie, a teenager who has to go on a cross-country journey with an alien to save humanity, and The Kindred tells the story of two aliens on the run after they've been accused of disposing of the royal family. They steal a ship and crash land on Earth, and we follow them as they try to repair their ship and prove their innocence. So those are the final two books on this list. I saved them for last because again, these two books have a very special place in my heart. I'm really excited to reread them and get back into the world, and I am undoubtedly excited about A Song of Salvation coming out on July 11th, which, like I said, is the third book in this universe, and I'm super excited to see where Alicia Dow takes the story. I'm not apologizing for the person that I'm going to become when that book comes out. You have been warned. So, unfortunately, my Doctor Who mug is empty, my tea is gone, and I've talked about all of the books that I plan or hope to read this month. So that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for all of you who've stuck around, and thank you to those new people who've come on in and joined. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you stick around for more bookish and writing content coming to you soon. Give a like, give a subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye!